is Skye, your soulful progressive, with FNN-Feminist News Network, that feminist news that's right for you. Welcome to Skye in the Ava Pui room, giving you that soulful news you need. Yes, indeed. And if you haven't told your friends to like and subscribe, baby, now is the time. You better let them know I'm giving it real like your mama would. I know that's right. Now, what I want to talk to you about today, what is going on with Trump's failures to react and to act, and his ability to want to only privatize this corona pandemic and having all advisors take PPEs and send them to other countries when we're suffering to demand more and waiting for donations and not having anything put into the stimulus bill that's going to take care of these needs immediately, but just be band-aids to make them try to look good when we don't need to vote any of their damn asses in again. We need to wipe that whole slate clean and vote in all new people. And they better be coming from the working class. That's how serious I take this failure of Trump's. But what does this show? What does this really mean? I'm going to tell you what it means. The leaks have come out. There's been an article already written about how this economy is sending working class straight to hell by Mike. That was shown on Democracy Now! Now, we're going to take a look at it. And then we're going to talk. Because it seems like what Trump wants to do is let you go. If you gotta do this for the economy, that is, I guess you have to. Because I and a lot of other people believe that Trump believes in herd immunity, which means some will live and some will go. Let's take a look at what Mike said on there, and then we'll discuss.
Can you talk about the actions he's taking?
Well, some people seem to believe it's all a matter of his disorganization, the chaos in his mind, his incompetence. It's all been bungled. I don't think that's really true. I think from very early on in the White House, they've embraced this theory that in order to keep the economy open or to quickly reopen it, to rely on herd immunity, let people get infected. And it's a strategy that was absolutely parallel with that of Prime Minister Johnson, in England, although on his side, they were a little more explicit about it. His chief political advisor was overheard, recorded, saying at a private event that key thing is keep the economy going, herd immunity, and if a lot of pensioners die, well, so be it. And that's what Devlin Patrick, the king of fools in the Republican Party, the lieutenant governor of Texas, was saying, well, you know, old people are ready to sacrifice themselves.
Mike, let me go to who you're referring to, Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, who rejected the idea of social distancing, urging a swift return to work, saying older people who are much more vulnerable to the virus should sacrifice for the country's economy. Patrick was speaking on Fox News with Tucker Carlson. Lieutenant Governor of Texas, Dan Patrick, your response to what he's saying?
Well, the Nazis had a program of killing elderly people with dementia, and they put them in a category with children with severe handicaps. And the phrase in German is, lives not worthy of life. And that seems to be the kind of neo-Nazi ethic that's running through the Republican Party right now. They don't really care how many people have to die as long as the economy is brought back. And above all, President Trump's major obsession, which is the stock market. He's willing to sacrifice tens of thousands of American lives for, you know, his personal fetish.
Now, why is it I'm the only progressive talking about this? We need to take this seriously, people. This is why the government has been couped. This is why bad things are going on to the working class. This is why we have been set back and forgotten about and gave very little during all of these 3 stimuluses that have been given to the rich, taking care of the poor with nothing. Very little. One time stimulus check gonna last 3 months. I don't think so. It can't even pay some people's first month rent. And what is happening? A bunch of propaganda, a bunch of stifling, because there's strikes going on all across the nation. There are multiple strikes. You got 257 people testing positive at a Tyson plant. You don't think they're striking that? It makes me afraid to buy chicken right now. Because is it getting on the plastic? Is it getting on that food? Nobody wants to talk about that. I'm talking about it because it concerns me. I had to call my local grocer and see where they got their food from. And I found out that the Safeway where I am gets their food from Tyson. Think twice. Think twice. Now, what Smith said was serious. It was serious. And he had a personal advisor that mentioned, you know, the economy is the most important thing. Herd immunity is what's going to say. And then you have Texas, Dan Patrick from Texas, talking crazy about how the older people need to sacrifice their lives for the younger generations. They need to go back to... Texas is about local. You know what I'm saying? Especially Dan Patrick talking that stuff. You know, we need to take care and have everybody helped and cured. And you know what? The people that are suffering is the ADOS, the black communities, and they should be on the front lines of getting extra hazard pay and more put into the stimulus to work on their PPE and everything else. But see, they're acting like Bezos while he's making millions upon trillions, and the privatized system that is taking care of it, because it's about $37,000 to cure a person of this disease. Wow, they letting the poor suffer and not give them the needed testing. All these testing should be the people's vaccine, the people's test, the people's fix of this coronavirus. But they're not thinking of the people. They thinking, oh well, if you can go, if you gotta go, we, you know, let me know when you reach the Democrats want to fly the staff half-mast when we're ready to reach 100,000 dead. And that's okay with them because they don't show it in their HERO Act, CARE Act, or any other stimulus act or measure that they have put forward within the last 3 months. And I have not seen any of these while celebrities and others donate to give back. I have not seen these people that have made millions upon millions off of running for office to give anything. Maybe Trump believes in this herd immunity because he sure in the hell believes in privatizing this epidemic, pandemic. And if you agree, leave your comments below and let me know at feministnewsn@gmail.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, I'm that Soulful Progressive one on Twitter. Got that rant of the day on Blogger. And check out my latest blogger. I'm talking about this same topic in a way. So, yeah. When he didn't pull forth the Wars Power Act except to force people to go back to work in unsafe conditions, without using the War Powers Acts to create more PPE, to create more sanitizer, to create more of a living condition, and to release the suffering of essential workers that are ADOS and others, especially the ADOS. African Americans, Black Americans. It's ugly. Now, this is the week for EMS workers. Is anybody thinking about how they need their PPE instead of getting shot in their sleep like a particular girl in Louisville, Kentucky got roasted her soul? Now, let's not let this. Remember, in this era of hate, you gotta participate, or you're gonna have Trump turn us into a fascist state. I know that's wrong. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining.